Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Reese number S439D. This is a half saddle threshold and a dark bronze anodized aluminum finish, is what it is. Very typical and common threshold in the sense that the dimensional properties are conducive to lots of applications, namely aluminum storefront, of a gas station convenience store where you have quarter-inch tile on the inside and you simply need to transition from the exterior where the door is going to set over to your tile that generally begins immediately on the inside of the opening is where you're going to find this. So the S439 is representative of this dimensional profile of the threshold, and that means that it's 4 wide by quarter-inch tall. Now let's go over that. The S439, before we grab the tape measure, is available in 2 different color options or finish options. One is mill aluminum finish. That's just the way that aluminum looks like when it's extruded from the mill. The other is the D finish, which is this dark bronze anodized finish that you see here. Okay. Now, the tape measure says, let's confirm, 4-inch wide. That is indeed the case. Quarter-inch rise. That's correct as well. So you will commonly see this in those applications where you're transitioning. It can be used anywhere where this confluence of height and width come together, of course, to meet and complete the requirements of your specific application. But nonetheless, that's generally where I see this sort of threshold. Okay. Now, it's available in the site in several different lengths. Everything from basically 24-inch wide to 24-inch length, 9 to 96-inch length, and probably on about 6-inch increments as well. We can sell you lengths longer than 96-inch, but we don't have them listed because the cost to ship them is generally considered an obstacle because they have to go common carrier. They can't ship generally package service. But if you have a need for a length longer than that, you would be talking about us getting a quote for you, which we'd be happy to do. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field what net length you want us to ship the material out at, and we'll be happy to ship it to you that way. The advantage of doing that is going to be if you were to take this 48-inch threshold and cut it down to, say, 42-inch, you'd likely eliminate that countersink that's right here. The next one's all the way over here. So the trouble with trimming it down so severely is that you're going to be stuck not only cutting it, and you do like to have the cut done at the factory because you get a nice clean factory edge, but you're also saving yourself the trouble of drilling that hole and countersinking it, and really it's the countersink that causes the problem in an installation. And speaking of that hole, screws are included in a complimentary finish. Generally what happens when people cut these in the field is that they'll cut it and then just drill a hole and let that flathead screw sit right inside of that hole. Well, the trouble with that installation is that a threshold's going to have a lot of pressure this way, it's going to have a lot of lateral pressure. So what that really does is it just works the screw loose over time, and actually in a short amount of time, and it's very common to walk over a threshold and hear it clank as you step over it, and it's because of a shoddy installation. So the advantage of the installation of having us cut it to length and then countersinking is you're getting the benefit of not running the risk of an improper installation, or at least minimizing it a bit. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up some other very common half saddle thresholds, and as you go through that 2-page document, you're going to see the common 1/2-inch height as well, and that's very common. They can do some different widths, and then they can do some different grades of the material as well. The S239D is a significantly heavier threshold because the extrusion is simply a thicker extrusion. If you expect a significant amount of volume over the opening, or like, let's say, hand cart traffic, if you're especially a gas station where the soda pop Cola manufacturer is going to pull up with the truck with the rolling doors. You're going to want a durable threshold. Thicker extrusion equals simply a heavier grade. Simply a heavier grade sort of threshold application when you have that thicker extrusion. So looking at the rest of that, what also is there to call your attention to is the ramp assembly. That's at the bottom of page 2. Ramp compliance is met there with the 12-inch run over a 1-inch rise, as you can see. Now finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Reese products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Reese, their part number S439D, offset or half saddle threshold, or any other Reese product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.